China's recent decision to ban the export of rare minerals to the United States marks a major escalation in the ongoing tech war between the two largest economies in the world. What does this mean for the global supply chain, and how will it impact the US in the long run? Let's dive into the heart of this geopolitical move and its potential consequences. Hey, my name is Steve, and you're watching Insightful Times, your go-to channel for the most insightful and trending news stories. Today, we're diving into a significant development in the global economic landscape: China's decision to halt the export of several critical minerals to the United States. This move comes amid growing tensions between the US and China over trade policies, technology, and national security concerns. Stick with me as we explore the implications of this ban and what it means for both countries moving forward. On Tuesday, China announced that it would begin restricting the export of several rare minerals, including gallium, germanium, and antimony, which are essential for producing advanced technologies like semiconductors and military weaponry. These materials have dual-use applications, meaning they are crucial both in civilian industries and military technologies, making them highly strategic for global power dynamics. The move came just a day after the Biden administration imposed tighter restrictions on China's access to American technology. This marks a dramatic shift in the ongoing tech war, a battle for dominance over the future of technology. For years, China has been a central player in the global supply chain for these rare earth materials, which are essential in manufacturing cutting-edge products like smartphones, defense systems, and advanced computing chips. However, as both countries have intensified their rivalry, this new ban reflects China's readiness to leverage its control over these critical resources as a form of economic retaliation. This escalation could severely impact the US, as China is the largest supplier of these minerals. Without access to gallium, germanium, and antimony, American tech companies and defense contractors could face significant delays and rising costs. US companies are already feeling the effects, with rising prices for antimony, a material used in military explosives, which has doubled in price over the past 3 months. Additionally, the US has not mined its own gallium since 1987, making it heavily reliant on imports from countries like Japan, Germany, and now China. But what's even more worrying is China's control over tungsten, a critical material used in military applications like armor-piercing ammunition. The Chinese ban on tungsten exports could disrupt US defense capabilities, leaving the country scrambling to find alternative sources for these strategic minerals. This is particularly concerning because, while the US has already begun increasing its efforts to secure domestic sources of critical minerals, it will take years for new mines to be operational. Historically, China has used its control over rare earth minerals as leverage in disputes with other countries. A prime example of this occurred in 2010, when China briefly imposed an embargo on rare earth exports to Japan, causing significant concern among manufacturers and triggering the development of alternative supply chains in countries like Australia. The US may now face a similar challenge, forced to look for new suppliers or find ways to minimize reliance on China. This trade conflict has serious implications not just for the tech industry, but also for national security. The Biden administration has already imposed a range of measures to curb China's access to advanced US technology, such as banning certain semiconductor chips and machinery. However, China's rare mineral exports are essential to many of the technologies the US relies on, creating a delicate balance in the ongoing trade war. China's Ministry of Commerce defended its actions, arguing that the export restrictions were a response to the US government's trade policies and national security measures. They argue that these actions are illegal and disruptive to the international economic order. In response, US officials continue to defend their policies as necessary to safeguard national security, especially as China continues to make advances in areas like artificial intelligence, 5G, and quantum computing. The future of the US-China economic relationship is looking increasingly uncertain. As both sides dig in their heels, it seems likely that this conflict will escalate further, impacting not just the two countries, but the global economy at large. And as tensions rise, countries around the world will have to navigate a rapidly shifting geopolitical landscape, one that's defined by competition for scarce resources, technological supremacy, and national security interests. So, what's next? Will the US find alternative sources for these critical minerals? Or will this move by China trigger a new wave of technological and economic isolationism? The next steps in this unfolding trade war could reshape the global economic order in ways we're only beginning to understand. That's it for today's deep dive on this escalating trade conflict between China and the US. What do you think? Will this move have long-term consequences on the US economy and its technological advancements? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful analysis. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates here on Insightful Times.